A service of KIBMradio.com, the Internet's home for an all old-time radio.
Quiet, please. Quiet, please. The Mutual Broadcasting System presents Quiet, Please, which is written and directed by Willis Cooper and which features Ernest Chappell. Quiet, Please for tonight is called A Night to Forget. Excuse me. It's dark in here. I can't find a doggone lights. Where's the lights?
There aren't any lights, John H.
Who's that?
It's me.
What'd you say about the lights?
I said there aren't any lights.
There's got to be.
Not in here, John H.
Who's in this Studio 15?
You kidding? This is the morgue.
That was last night. I think it was a dream. I remember I went to bed early because I had to get up so early this morning to get that stuff to Ted before he takes off for California. I drank a bottle of ginger ale with some lemon juice. I read Variety for about 15 minutes. Then I went to sleep. Must have been no later than 10:30. Then this happened. You know how it is sometimes when you get in a dream and you don't think you're dreaming, and when you wake up you wonder whether it happened or not? Well, I was walking down the hall to Studio 15 for this broadcast, and when I went in, it was all dark. And I stumbled around trying to find the lights, and I hit my shin on something. And then this voice in the dark talked to me.
You kidding? This is the morgue.
I'll be darned if I can figure it out. I think it was a dream, all right. But my shin hurts where I barked it. It's all black and blue. I woke up and I lay there quite a while. You know, half dopey, trying to figure it out. I turned the lights on finally, and I was right there in my room with my shin hurting me. I know I hadn't been out of bed because I was all wound up in the covers. And I couldn't get back to sleep again. You know how it is? You have a nightmare and you're afraid to go back to sleep because you might have another one, a worse one. Well, listen. I was just lying there in my own room with the lights on, looking at the ceiling and trying to think. And it began to get dark. No, the lights didn't go out. I could see the lights, but it was dark. Everything just sort of faded, like in a movie, you know. And pretty soon it was black dark. I tried to get up, but I couldn't. And I just lay there, flat on my back, in the dark and the silence, and I was scared.
Doesn't he look nice?
Beautiful.
He's got that blue and white shirt on that I gave him.
I wish I could have got that tie found in time. I always liked that tie.
It is pretty. He certainly looks nice.
Certainly does.
Look, will you two please get out of my room?
What'd you say, John H.?
I said get out of my room.
Why, this isn't your room, John H.
Now, look.
Of course it isn't.
Now, look, if I have to get up and chase you out of here...
Right, John H. You know you can't get up.
Of course you can't.
You're dead, John H.
concerned it was just the same as it was before I fell asleep. If I did fall asleep. Look, I'm a hard-headed guy, even if I do work on supernatural radio shows. You don't want to believe this stuff. You go nutty. Only, well, sometimes I always sleep in pajamas. Both halves. I put on my pajamas when I went to bed last night. Red and white striped textron. Yeah. Well, when I woke up, or when it got undark again, I was wearing a blue and white shirt I never saw in my life. And I was wearing a hand-painted Countess Mara necktie that I never saw before either. So this is too good. Somebody's playing funny jokes on me. I love practical jokers. In a pig's eye, I do. Radio's full of practical jokers. All sorts of bum gags, like Don Amici used to do when he was a radio actor. You used to be reading a commercial, giving it this or that. Don would come up behind you and start to take your coat off. Well, you know you can't stop. You're on the air and you have to make with this thing. So you'd wiggle around. The first thing you'd have your coat. Then he'd unbutton your suspender buttons. Take off your necktie. You can't do a thing but keep that old smile in your voice and go about locked-in goodness and, please, Mrs. Housewife, buy the large economy size, and holding onto your pants with one hand, and it's all very, very funny. Especially if the sponsor's sitting there in the booth looking at you. So I say to myself, some practical joker. Only I add a couple of adjectives to that. Only thing is, how did he get the lights to go out? I lie there a while, and I think, and I try to figure it out. And I shut my eyes, I guess. Anyway, when I opened them, it was dark again. I am walking around in the dark, and the ground is springy underfoot. There's a cool wind blowing. What are those things? Those white things. Why, they look like gravestones. They are gravestones.
Will you stand to one side, please, Johnny?
Excuse me.
I gotta get to work, see? This is an extra special rush job. I gotta get it done right away. Did you say something, Johnny?
I was just going to ask you, what is this place?
My goodness, John H., this is a cemetery.
Cemetery?
Certainly. Would you move your foot a little?
What am I doing in the cemetery?
What do people usually do in the cemetery, John H.?
What are you doing?
Me? I'm just chiseling your name on this gravestone.
And there it was, laid out in chalk on the gravestone. John H. And I shut my eyes. When I opened them again, I was lying on my bed. Well, you know what people mean when they say their mind reels. Oh, boy, I do. I rubbed my eyes, and I felt like sand on my fingers. It wasn't sand, though. It was marble dust. And brother, I was shivering. This kind of nightmare is a little too real. And the telephone rang. And so I got up to answer it. Mind you, I was awake. Well, I know I was. Well, the lights were on. I got up and I picked up the receiver. I said, hello? Hello?
Sure is too bad, isn't it?
Sure is. I never heard of such a thing.
Hello? Hello?
Poor old John H.
This is John H. Hello?
Poor old Al, I'd say. It's tougher on him than on John H.
Al? Al who?
Al April. You know, the sound effects man.
Oh, I didn't know his name.
Who is this? Hello?
Yes, he feels pretty awful about it.
Well, I should think he would.
Who is...
Killing a man.
He didn't mean to, you dope.
I know it, but just the same, Poor old John Page.
He didn't know it was loaded. I mean, loaded with bullets. Matter of fact, there was just the one bullet.
One was enough.
Right on the air, too.
Yeah. I bet that was the first time a radio audience ever heard a real killing.
Yeah.
Hello. I want to know who this is.
What about his commercials? You know?
John H., you mean?
Yeah.
Well, I'm auditioning for the big one tomorrow.
You are?
Yeah, they called me this morning.
Gee. I wonder if I could get in on that.
Well, I don't know. I'm pretty sure they're going to pick me.
I think I'll try anyway. Sure you won't mind?
No, oh, no.
Well, I'll see you. Poor old John Page.
Yeah, too bad, wasn't it? So long.
Who is that? Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir?
You got me in on a crossed wire or something.
Oh, no, sir.
Well, when you rang me, I picked up the phone
Well,
and...
I'm sorry, sir, but I didn't ring you.
What?
Well, I haven't had a call for you all evening.
Now, that wasn't a nightmare. Or a dream. That happened. Even if the operator did say she didn't ring me. Whoever it was playing a joke on me, they fixed it with the operator so she'd say that. Didn't they? All right, that's the way I figured it, too. So, this was about 11:30. At 12:30, the manager of the hotel called me on the phone.
I hate to wake you up at this hour of the night, John H., but I thought maybe Radio Registry or somebody might have called you and couldn't get you, see? And I know how important it is for people on the radio to get their calls. And
What are you talking about?
I just thought you might want to call Registry and see if they've been trying to get you, see?
I don't get it.
Oh, excuse me. See, something happened to our telephones about 10 o'clock, and nobody's been able to get a call in or out of the hotel since then.
Well, maybe my practical jokers might have got to the manager, too. But this morning when I came downstairs, I found he wasn't kidding. The phones had been out for 2 hours and a half. Something blew up in the switchboard or something. Well, that's carrying a practical joke an awful long ways, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, that's one night I won't forget, believe me. Yeah, but I gotta stop this kind of talk. And this kind of thinking. I will forget it. Heck, it was probably a lot of nightmares. I'm gonna stop drinking ginger ale before I go to bed. Well, anyway, I saw Ted and gave him the stuff, and he got away to California okay. I sort of had a hunch that if this was a gag, Ted might have had a hand in it. So I made a few cracks, but he didn't give it a tumble, like he would if he'd had anything to do with it. He can go just so far with a gag, and then he can't keep his face straight. But he didn't fall for any of my hints at all. So, man, I gotta forget it. But just for laughs, when I see that Al April, I'm gonna make him show me that sound effects pistol. Believe me. So then I went and did my commercial. The guy from the agency was there. He had the renewal of my contract with him, so... Well, anyway, after I signed it and he signed it, I'm not going to hold auditions for my job tomorrow. So, like they say on the radio, here we are at the bottom of the well. This is no dream. This is the hallway that goes down to Studio 15. Here, there's Miss Rose. Hello, Miss Rose. Through the door. There's the drinking fountain on the left. And the lights are turned down. It's bright. Early today. I want to be here early so I can talk to Al April and look at that sound effects gun. I'm not dreaming now. Got it. Studio 15. Through the door. In the control room. Nobody there. Hang up the coat.
Johnny.
I'm not either. Look at the clock. Oh. Who are you?
I'm Mr. D. I got your note and I came right over.
Note? What note?
The note you wrote me to meet you here tonight.
I didn't write any note.
Why, you certainly did. I've got it right here in my briefcase. Now, got it right here.
I don't know what you're talking about, mister.
Now, just a second. Oh, my goodness, I don't seem to have it after all. But I'm here, so that's all that matters, isn't it?
What did you say your name is?
D.
Well, what'd you want? I'm on the air just a little while.
Oh, it won't take long, Johnny. I've got the catalog right here. And you can pick one out in no time. Now, about how high do you want to go?
What'd you say your name is again?
D. Ah, here's the catalog.
How do you spell it?
Spell what?
Your name.
Oh, D-E-A-T-H. Shall we sit down here at the table where I can spread out the catalog?
Listen, Mr. Deeth, or whatever your name is, this gag has gone just about far enough.
Why, what gag, Johnny?
Your gag. My friend's gag. I'm tired of it. Suppose you scram.
What are you talking about, John H.? I don't indulge in gags. Not in my business.
And what is your business, Mr. Death, pronounced Deeth?
I don't know whether you're trying some of your radio humor on me, John H. You dragged me all the way down from the Bronx to let you pick out a coffin.
A coffin?
You think I'm in the grocery business?
Listen,
Now, this one here you wouldn't want. Man as well-known and prosperous as you, John H., you wouldn't want to be found dead in this one. No, sir, you wouldn't be found dead in it. Eh?
Look, Buster, I don't want a coffin.
Ah, then why did you sign an order for one and pay a substantial down payment?
I didn't.
All right. Now, let's get this settled. This model, 23, code name Tired. This will set you back $441.23. Tax included, of course.
I don't want it.
Something a little more expensive, perhaps, eh? Ah, here's a dandy. Code name Sleepy. Solid rosewood. Well, practically solid. Hand-polished silver alloy handles, nylon lining in your choice of color.
I don't want it.
Okay. Ah. Well, what do you know about this for a coincidence?
Huh?
By George, I didn't know this model was in the book. Look at that.
What?
Look at the code name.
Code name? John H.
Man, is that a job. You know, I haven't seen this model yet. Look how it's streamlined. Plastics, too. The latest thing. Real built-in factory-engineered dependability. Finest model we've ever made. And look, it's fireproof. And that coincidence about the code name, the John H. You know what, John H.? You'll be the very first user of this latest model. Stand up.
What for?
My goodness, this is a made-to-measure job, John H. Nothing too good for you famous radio people. Stand right up there. That's it. Now, let me see. Dimension A. My, you have broad shoulders, don't you? Now, let me put this down. There.
Listen, mister, please,
I'm going to get it absolutely right, John H. I tell you, I can hardly wait to see you in it. Stand still.
Listen, this has gone far enough.
Just hold the tape, huh? Now, let me see. 3 inches above your head. Now, 6 feet 4 inches. I didn't realize you were that tall, John H. How much do you weigh?
Well, let's see. I've lost 17 pounds since I went on the diet.
My. You must tell me about that. If we have time. 17 pounds, and that makes it...
191.
Oh, my gracious, I can save you a little money then. The oversized models carry a 4% discount, you see. The little ones are harder to make. You're very fortunate, John H. Now,
Huh?
As a plaque on the lid. See here?
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, we can engrave that with any lodge emblem or, you know, an odd fellow or a moose or anything like that. You are a big fellow, and I suppose you could say in slang that you're a big moose. Get it?
No. The only thing I belong to is the lambs.
Lambs. Lambs. Oh, my, John H., I really don't think we could do that. You see, we carry all the well-known emblems in stock, but the lambs, we'd have to have that engraved, and I'm terribly afraid there won't be time.
Huh?
No, you said it was a rush job, remember? Matter of fact, it's tonight, isn't it?
What's tonight?
When you're to be killed. If I remember correctly, you said in your note with the order that a sound effects pistol was...
Mr. Deep, did I write that?
Well, I couldn't swear to it in court, of course, John H., but somebody wrote it, and your name was signed to it.
Well, look. I'll write my name. Is that the signature?
Absolutely identical, John H. Yes, sir, absolutely identical. I remember the curlicues on the H.
I don't understand.
It's perfectly simple. You're going to die, and you need a respectable, refined, late model coffin, that's all.
Are you sure I'm going to die?
Cheer up, John H. Of course you're going to.
You know, I heard that before.
Yeah, it's all over town.
Tonight.
That's what you said.
By a shot from a sound effects pistol.
I saw it in your own handwriting.
How did I know, Mr. D?
I'm sure I don't know, Johnny.
Isn't there any way out of it?
Don't ask me. I'm just a salesman. And you're just a customer. Not that I don't enjoy listening to you on the radio, John H. I really do. And I must say that you're going to be a great loss to the art, science, profession. What do you call it?
It's a living.
Now, living. And now it's a dying. Mustn't mind my little jokes, John H. I'm an inveterate joker.
Is this one of your jokes?
Oh, no, John H. This is strictly business. Now, did you want to give me a check for the remainder now?
Well,
I think possibly that'd be wisest, considering that, you know how long it takes to get money out of an estate.
Now, look, what if I don't die?
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that.
Well, what if I don't?
Well, you will eventually, John H., and at least we'd have time to engrave anything you wanted on the plaque.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, excuse me. Is this the gentleman that's going to shoot you?
Huh? Oh. Hello, Al.
Hi, John H. Well, you get killed again tonight.
I do, huh?
Says here you do.
How do I get killed this time, Al?
Get shot.
I see. Excuse me, Mr. D.
Certainly. Is he the one?
He's the sound man. Al April.
Huh? Uh-huh. Very interesting.
Say, Al.
Yeah.
You ever have any accidents with those guns?
No. How could you?
I don't know.
What kind of accident?
Really shooting somebody.
With these things? No. Look, in the first place, they're loaded with blanks. In the second place, there ain't any place for the bullet to come out, if there was one. And in the third place, I always shoot him at the floor. So how could I shoot somebody?
I was just wondering.
You know, I always wondered how you do sound effects on the air. This is most interesting.
This is Mr. Deeth, Al.
How are you, Mr. Deeth? Your face looks familiar. You in radio?
Oh, my, no. I'm a salesman.
Oh.
Can I look at the guns, Al?
Sure.
Which one you going to use on the show?
This one. Say, what's the matter with you, John H.?
I'm a little nervous, I guess, Al.
Thought you was on the wagon.
Well, I am. I'm just a little nervous, I guess. Let's see the bullets.
They're not bullets. Blanks.
The blanks.
Here.
How do you load it?
Oh, give it to me. There.
Can I shoot it?
Sure. What do you want to shoot it for?
Well, I got to make sure of something.
John H. is sure he's going to be shot tonight.
Yeah, that's right, Al. I just want to test out these shells.
Well, that's silly because... go ahead. But don't point it at me.
Oh, I thought you said you couldn't shoot anybody with it.
Well, you know, the wadding. It stinks, kind of.
You'd use these same shells on the show, huh?
Sure. What you scared of?
I got a hunch, Al.
Well, those are the same shells I'll use on the show. Go ahead and shoot. I'm going to get set up.
Okay, Al. You asked for it.
Hey, don't point that gun at me. Doggone it. Hey, I told you about that wadding. It stings. Doggone it.
I'm sorry, Al.
You shot me.
There, Mr. D.
Why, John H., you killed him.
That's right. So I'm not going to die after all. Take your coffins and get out of here.
Why, don't be silly, John H. Of course you're going to die.
I am not.
Why, certainly you are. You murdered poor Al in cold blood, and they'll send you to the electric chair.
Yeah? How are they going to do that? They won't have any witnesses except you.
Why, John H., how foolish. What about the people listening to you on the radio? Goodness, John H., don't you know you're on the air?
The title of the Quiet Please story you have listened to is A Night to Forget. Willis Cooper writes and directs Quiet Please, and John H., the man who spoke to you, was Ernest Chappell.
And James Monks played Mr. Deef. Al April was played by Murray Forbes. And the sound effects on the show were played by Al April. Others in the cast were Jack Tyler, Kermit Murdoch, Lon Clark, and Polly Cole. Original music for Quiet Please, as usual, is played by Albert Berman. Now for a word about next week's Quiet Please, here's our writer-director, Willis Cooper.
Tonight's show is the 40th in the series of Quiet Please. Next week, for the 41st, I think I'll call the show after the name of our series. Let's call it Quiet Please.
And so, until next week at the same time, stand quiet, please. I am quietly yours, Ernest Chappell.
Quiet Please comes to you from New York. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.
Cooper, and which features Ernest Chappell. Your Quiet Please story for tonight takes its name from the title of the series, Quiet Please.
There are books left, many books, and I suppose I have read them all. I remember things, too. I remember a long white road between the shoulders of the hills and the distant clusters of the live oaks against the uplands beyond, and the wide, light blue of the sky. There was a wind that wandered the edges of the hills that brought the salt smell of the sea so that it mingled with the loamy scent of the grass and made a perfume that I have not smelled in so many years. There was a great plain where the hills fell away in tumbled, rocky magnificence. A plain all cut into green and brown and yellowing squares, and a little stream with bridges of stone that strolled its way across the wide plain and sparkled at last into the distant western ocean. There was life on the hills and on the plains. The field beasts that moved serenely through the pleasant grasses and rested at noon under the shadowed kindness of the green-gray oaks. There were men and cheerful women in the white-walled houses where the road curved, and the children that played noisily and sweetly in the cottage dooryards are long since dust. Shall I tell you of the graceful beaches where the sound of the surf was a measured, majestic melody we thought would never cease? Shall I speak of the great ships prone upon the breast of the ocean, the ships that are seen no more? Would you hear of the wind-whipped nights and the lightning in the forests and the gentle rain in the dawn time? Would you remember and not forget? I remember. I alone remember. This was a temple. And this a place dedicated to the arts. And there where the waves fed upon the beach, the shattered walls of stone we made remain to mock us. And there where the white road was is a desolation. The winds die down, and the sun wanes, and the moon is sickly. Yet I remember the lights on the hillsides and the stars above them wheeling their ancient way across the sky. There was a day when I could name them all. They seem very far away tonight. Antares and Betelgeuse and Aldebaran, Arcturus and Vega and Procyon. In these days, Orion, the mighty hunter, draws away from us, and the glory of Berenice's hair is dimmed in the heavens. I would welcome the sound of the thunder again on the horizon, but all the manifestations of nature are ended, and only the twilight of eternity remains above the bleakness. I would welcome the voice of a hungry wolf even this night, or the hiss of the serpents that once we hated, that once we trampled upon. I would welcome even the voice of old Krog and listen with delight, and laugh happily to hear him tell again the schemes he dreamed that brought us to this end.
It is true that men cannot live without wars amongst themselves. Why should not we be the ones to win the wars? Every man plots against every other, and men speak of honor and laws and fair fighting. But if a war is to be won, then do away with fairness and honor, and let us win and be the masters, and they the slaves.
Yes, I could laugh to hear that voice, and to see those hard black eyes glitter again in the light of the little lamps. I could take old Krog and lift him up and say, look upon your work, old Krog, your work and mine and the work of all of those who could not live without wars. But Krog is dust and may not speak. And for a little time while I live, the dust shall speak its final words to those who would listen. It was a fair world, our world. And I would not have you believe that all who dwelt in it were like old Krog, plotting wars and seeding the countrysides with discontent. We knew love, too, and all the virtues. Some of them we even practiced. I am old now, and my speech is set in somber ways, for I've looked on somber things for long. But there was a time when I was young in this very world, and my speech was the speech of the young of every world, careless, gay, happy. And there was one whose speech was like mine, young and gay, and very dear to me, Morna. night on the shores of a lake, when there was music and laughter and light somewhere in the distance, and we sat alone together. And I remember I would speak, but Mona laid a hand on my lips and laughed and spoke.
Quiet.
And for a long time there was only the music, and we watched the stars.
Thor, you love me.
Silly question.
Do you?
What do you think?
Know what I think?
What?
I don't think you love me very much.
You don't?
If you love me, you'd kiss me.
Well, lean over this way.
Why, you conceited creature.
You're the one who wanted to be kissed.
Well, I don't anymore.
All right. Just for that, you're going to get kissed. Come here.
Oh, look out. You're mussing my hair.
Quiet, please.
Oh, you do love me.
There just aren't any words to tell you, Mona.
Oh, my darling.
When the music began again, and we sat silently, and the stars moved above us.
The stars are so beautiful tonight.
They're not all stars.
What? What are they then?
Some of them are planets.
Oh, Marty.
Sure.
Thor, do you suppose there are people in some of the other planets?
Probably.
Earth. That's the nearest one, isn't it?
I think so.
Do you suppose there are people there?
I wouldn't know.
People that look like us and have music and nights like this.
Nobody on Earth could have a night like this.
No, I mean it, Thor. Do you suppose they have houses and automobiles and wonderful stores like ours and they have babies like we do and everything?
And they're probably 80 feet tall and have 6 arms and 69.
Oh, no, not
And
Thor.
someday they'll come roaring out of space at us in terrific big spaceships and disintegrator guns and death rays.
And we'll say boo at them. And they'll all turn around and go right back where they came from.
Maybe they will. And maybe they won't.
What would we do if they invaded us from Earth, Thor?
Fight?
I hope we're not alive when it happens.
Yeah, so do I.
Or maybe they'd be nice.
Don't kid yourself about that.
I wonder what they call our world.
Why, probably the same thing we do.
Mars?
Well, sure, why not? After all, it is Mars, isn't it? No, we were not 80 feet tall either. We did not have 6 arms or 16 eyes, and we didn't dream of conquering your world either. We were like you. We were human beings, too. And we lived and loved and worked and died. Very much as you do. Look upon your own Earth if you would see us as we were. Stand at your window tonight and look out upon the lights of your fellow beings' homes. Look upon the faces of your sleeping children and see the reflection of ours. Let your mind's eye wander across your oceans, beyond your mountains. See all the lights of the world and its darknesses and the sun rising again beyond. Let your thoughts dwell upon the people of your Earth, and you shall know us as we were. Neither happier nor sadder, neither better nor worse. Old Krog, the prophet of war, muttering away of disaster, might be one of your own. Morna, with her golden hair and her laughing eyes, might be the girl you passed unseeing in the street this afternoon. And the triumphal arch to a long-dead general brooding above a little park in the city where children race and shout might be the one that stood in the city in another world, 100 yards from where I speak to you. And here, no stone remains upon another. Old Krogh has said that wars are inevitable. Have you found it so? In the years when I was a reporter for a great newspaper, I sat in his study and heard him speak to us, and through us to all our world.
Is written from the standpoint of the winners of the wars. And thus wars are essential to the progress of the race. Had our enemies won in the last war, then their cause would have proved the just one. And we, by losing, would have been in the wrong. For future events would then have shaped themselves upon the basis of their winning. And the decision would have been irrevocable. Future history would be changed. Our nation's bid for leadership forgotten. And thus it will always be.
Then there was silence in the room for a little time. And at last I spoke. Dr. Krogh, I said. Dr. Krogh.
Well, son?
Dr. Krogh, 50 years ago we fought a war. Were we right?
We won. And by winning, we charted the course of history in the 50 years since. Had they won, the last 50 years might have been very different.
And which is right?
What is right, son? And what is wrong?
And then another war came against another nation, and the ones we had defeated before were allied with us. And old Krogh made notes in a great black book that was one day to be published to all our world, but no man's eyes of his have seen it. But the sands are running out. Let me speak of the things that have perished. Our cities where people worked at 100 occupations, in the muddy brown slums of the cities and the great green parks. Go out tomorrow in your own city and set your feet upon the smooth concrete of the sidewalk. See the gleaming windows and marvel at the wonders within them that you men have created. Touch the garment of a passerby and joy to know that this too, this humble thing man has created. And know that I too have done these things. And that I have seen man destroy them. And that I helped. Do you know the good black smell of the mold of the earth in springtime? Will your heart leap at the first green shoots of the bounty that lies in that earth? Have you seen the lilies and heard the bells of your churches? The bells rang in my world once. The flowers bloomed and men laughed and sang and hated. We have run our course, the course we chose, back to the ineffable dust from which we sprang. There was another time when Mona and I had been married for many years, and the war that had raged across our world had at last flickered out and died. We sat long at table that night, silently, each of us dreaming of a world purged by fire and sword, and full again of the promise of peace and perhaps happiness.
I'm glad you didn't have to go, Tom.
I suppose I shouldn't say so. But I am too.
You're not a coward, Tom.
I don't think I am, Morna. But
now we can get started all over again.
yeah, we need so many things we haven't been able to get.
I can hardly wait to go shopping.
I bet. Well, at least we can afford them.
Some of them. It's just a shame, isn't it?
What?
I hate those people. The things they've done to us. All those boys dead and our city smashed.
Well, they lost the war, though.
And we killed plenty of them.
Yes, we did.
We should have killed them all.
Quiet, please, dear.
All right. You're always saying that, though, to shut me up.
Well, it helps, doesn't it?
Well, I suppose.
If we could have only said it to them when the war started. Quiet, please. They'd have gone away.
We said it all right, only in a different way.
Yes. They'll be quiet for a long time, some of them. And some of us.
Who's that?
I know a good way to find out.
Well, you go. I've got my apron
All
on.
right.
Well, hello, Thor.
Dale. Why, you... Dale, when did you get back?
Just now.
Who is it, Thor?
It's...
I'm Warner. I'm home.
Dale. Oh, Dale, you walked.
Sure. Hey, don't break my rib.
It's great to see you, boy. Oh, it's what... Oh, excuse me.
Well, I wondered when you were going to pay attention.
Well, I was so glad to see you. I'm sorry.
Well, I want you to meet my wife.
Dale, how wonderful.
Why, you old son of a...
Ray, this is my sister Morna,
How do you do?
and her husband, my brother-in-law, Thor.
How do you do? Why, you darling. I'm so glad.
Thank you. Thank you. It's so nice to know Dale's people.
Well, come in. Come on.
Yes, come in. Oh, I'm so glad to see you, Dale. And Ray.
Go ahead, Ray.
Thank you.
We haven't heard from you for so long, Dale. We were beginning to get worried.
Oh, I was all right. Didn't get a scratch. Huh? Say, face looks about the same. Where's old Shep?
He died last summer, Dale.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. He was the greatest dog in the world, Ray.
Well, sit down. Sit down. Have you had supper?
Sure.
Wouldn't you like some coffee, Ray?
Oh, I would love it.
I'll make some fresh.
No, that will be fine.
Oh.
I'm finding it hard to get used to coffee again.
Well, how was the war, Dale?
I got all the war I want.
Oh, the coffee, dear. Thank you, sister. Oh, God.
She hasn't had much coffee the last 7 years.
What? Why, you poor thing. Why not, Dale? Why hasn't she had coffee?
You had better tell them, dear.
Tell us.
What?
Well, Ray was one of our enemies.
What do you mean by that, Dale?
Was she?
Yes.
Should we go, dear?
Thanks for the coffee, Mona. Thor.
Where are you going, sister?
More.
Sit down, sister.
Do you think I'd throw my brand new sister-in-law out of my house? Come on, let's go make some fresh coffee. Lots of it.
And in the early hours of the morning, I was awakened by Morna's sobbing. I put my arm around her.
Oh, that poor child. He actually thought we were going to turn her out. Oh, sure, how can people think such dreadful thoughts of us? And she's so sweet.
No, I have never solved the problem either. Why people can love individually and hate collectively. And the children of Ray and Dale were very dear to me. No different from the other children who played with them in our yard, who went to school with them, who read history with them. I suppose it's only strangers we hate, for Ray was a daughter of the nation we had fought bitterly with. And yet when our friends became acquainted with her, they too grew to love her. And some of those who wept most bitterly at her funeral were the ones who at first had pointed her out as the enemy woman. Well, Krogh said wars are inevitable. Perhaps they are. There has never been a year in all the 1,000 centuries of our recorded history when there has not been a war in some part of our planet. And always history told us men have been striving for a means to end it. A war to end war, they said. A
A war to end war. I achieved it. I ended everything. Wars had grown more and more destructive. And at last men laid wicked fingers upon secrets that were not for men to know. Men have always pried at the locks that nature has set upon her deepest secrets, seeking the power that was never intended for them. And step by tedious step, they came to the final awful knowledge, to the very corridor of creation and of destruction. Ours was a fair world, I said. There was beauty in everything. Beauty in the mornings and in the red sunsets. Beauty in the long, low hills and the mountains that bore themselves majestically aloof above us. And beauty, too, in the humble things of our world, the simple, unnoticed things that haunt my memory tonight. The turning wheel, the flight of a bird, the sound of a train whistle in the night, the rustle of wind in the trees. And, unforgettably, the voices of people. The voice of old Krog.
Now we have the supreme weapon. There is no defense. And the weapon will bring us undisputed mastery of all the planets.
But why should we be masters of the world? Why should any one people be the masters? Is it not written how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity? Men said that, cannot men practice it? And the voice of Morna.
There will never be any more war after this next one, Thor. Every one of our enemies will be destroyed. And we'll live happily ever after.
No, Morna. There never will be war again. There never will be anything again. For now, Morna, men have plotted against the green hillsides and the towering mountains. They have declared war upon the flowers and the grass and the forests. They have made our planet an altar on which to sacrifice us all. And the voice of Dale.
I'll not go to war again. If they bring it to me, I'll fight. But they'll have to bring it to me.
They brought it to you, Dale. They brought it to your very home, to your doorstep, to the gay little blue and white curtains at your windows. And you died before you knew it. And the voice of Ray, the displaced person, the alien in a strange land.
Who is my enemy now? Dale was my enemy once, and you, and Mona. And now you are my own people as surely as if I had been born among you. Who will be my enemy when this new war is done?
You will have no enemy, Ray. For there will be none left to hate or to love. Fortunate for you that you died before the war came. Your last sight was of the faces of those who loved you. And my own voice speaking to you at long last. Remembering the thoughts we had of you, of towering 80-foot giants swarming down upon us out of the cold black reaches of space, seeking to prey upon us and conquer us and at last destroy us. Did you have thoughts of us as demons, too? Did you think because we were another world, we must be monsters ravening for your blood? We were not. We were people like you. Older, perhaps, but with the same instincts you have, the very same. We gloried in the summertime and the white winters. We loved individually and hated collectively as you do. We lived. We fought. We died. Your astronomers have watched us for so many years, speculating on the possibility of life here. Well, there was life. Great cities, wide, peaceful farms, tall dams holding back the might of great rivers, great deserts flowering in the spring with all the dazzling lavishness that can be packed into a brief span of life. We had rivers and oceans and lakes, forests and deep valleys,
great monuments to our dead, giant buildings to house our living. We had music and books and great schools and statesmen. Your astronomers tell you of the canals that cover our planet. I saw those canals created. I saw the solid earth splash and boil beneath me. I saw the mountains melt into rivers of molten fiery stone. I saw the great tawny mushrooms of cloud erupt from the floor of the ocean. And I smelt destruction near at hand. Yes, there will be no more wars on our planet. There is only silence and cold and dust that was once a people and a civilization. There is only one man, I, Thor, the last man of Mars, to say the last words. The two moons that circle our planet are rising now, Phobos and Deimos, fear and madness. Death himself marches back to the Black Draped Cavern, and he pauses beside me to lay his icy fingers upon my arm. This is the end of the world and the people that you might have mistaken for your very selves. Honor us at last with your silence at the end. And pray, friends of Earth. Pray not for us, for that is too late. Pray for yourselves. Quiet, please.
And directed by Willis Cooper. The man who spoke to you was Ernest Chappell.
And others in the cast were Floyd Buckley as Krogh, Vinton Hayworth as Dale, and Lotta Stavisky as Ray. Morna was played by Claudia Morgan. This is Ernest Chappell. Music for Quiet Please is by Albert Berman. This present series of Quiet Please comes to an end with this broadcast after more than 2 years. We've enjoyed bringing these stories to you. Thanks for your comments. My personal gratitude to my friend and associate Bill Cooper for his writing, counsel, and cooperation. Here he is, Bill Cooper.
Thank you for listening to Quiet Please. Thank you, Chappie. Thank you, Bill McClintock. Thank you, Bert Berman. Thank you, Bob Doherty. And thank you, all you people. I hope we'll meet again sometime.
The Quiet Please theme is based on the second movement of the César Franck D minor symphony. So for the last time, this is Ernest Chappell saying, quietly yours.
This is ABC, the American Broadcasting Company.
Please. Quiet, please. Mutual Broadcasting System presents Quiet Please, which is written and directed by Willis Cooper and which features Ernest Chappell. Quiet Please for tonight is called I Always Marry Juliet. I did knock. I assure you I knocked several times.
I can read signs. It says knock before entering, and I knocked and then I entered. Sir, my name is Rambo Bainbridge. I give you my card. Modestly, I may say that my name is not unknown in the theater. The Shakespearean theater, that is. I am no strolling player, a dashing hero in white flannels today, an elderly mountebank in a straw hat tomorrow. I have devoted my talents to the creations of the immortal bard, the sweet singer of Stratford-upon-Avon, the immortal Shakespeare himself. I take it you are not unfamiliar with his great works. Perhaps you have even seen me threading the boards in Macbeth. Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow creeps in this petty face from day to day. Or possibly as the noble Mark Antony and Julius Caesar. The evil that men do lives off to them. The good is often tethered with their foes. I had great success in the part of Antony. However, my greatest triumphs have been in the romantic role of Romeo. Lady, by yonder blessed moon I swear that tips with silver all these fruity tops, fruit tree tops. But soft, but light through yonder window breaks. It is the east, and Julius is the sun. I always did better with that one. I beg your pardon.
I was trying to say, what can I do for you?
Why, my dear sir, I was given to understand that casting was going on here. Why else would I pay a visit to this, rather musty cubicle? Eh?
You talk a great deal.
Naturally, sir. Speaking is my profession. Speaking is my life, my being, my métier. You speak French? I have been told I speak it like a native. Où sont les niais d'antan? But speak to myself briefly. I am prepared to deliver on short notice any one of a large number of Shakespearean parts. Othello, Romeo, Bottom the Weaver, King Henry the IV, Fifth, Sixth, Petruchio, and Henry VIII.
I am reasonably familiar with the characters of Shakespeare, sir.
Good.
You say you have played Romeo?
Innumerable times, sir. 2 packed houses. I recall one time in, I believe it was in Moline, Illinois. Is Moline in Illinois? When they placed kitchen chairs in the aisles in addition to the hundreds of occupied seats in the house.
When did you last play Romeo?
Alas, it has been some time since. But I am a very quick study, sir, that I assure you. I could be up in several days, say 3 days.
What have you been doing recently?
I have just concluded a very successful run as, Andre.
A Shakespearean role, no doubt?
I am sorry to say it was not. Although it was very interesting in a, shall I say, sordid way.
What night were you on?
This, sir, was an afternoon presentation.
So?
Phonograph needles.
And your part?
I played the part of Clapper Claw Duddy. Heavy, naturally. A part a little like sort of poor man's Macbeth. Perhaps a touch of Kafka.
And the part is finished now.
Sir, a regard for the truth compelled me to admit I was replaced by a young man who had a different conception of the character of Clapper Claw Duddy.
They didn't appreciate your technique, I take it.
That's direct thought. But I also read a commercial message. My indeed. Well, sir, shall we look over the contract?
We'll see, Mr. Bainbridge. I seem vaguely to recall your name.
Yes. I was afraid of that.
I don't remember just how.
I am the man who married Juliet.
Yes. That's it. Oh, yes.
Sir, you are a man of the world.
It's been said that I am.
I always wanted to grow a beard myself. I think I'd be very distinguished with a beard.
No doubt.
But always playing Romeo, you know. It can't be done. Besides, my beard always comes out straight. This half comes out red.
So, you're the man who married Juliet.
The man who always married Juliet.
Would you care to tell me about it?
I prefaced my remarks by suggesting that you are a man of the world, sir. As I myself am. I was young and ebullient when I first played Romeo to her Juliet. The city, let it be nameless, save to explain that it was in central Illinois, a section of our great country at that time somewhat lost to culture. However, a group of young seekers after the light, theater-wise, ventured to put on Romeo and Juliet, and I was summoned from Chicago, where I'd been playing.
Playing Shakespeare?
At that juncture in my career, I was singing illustrated songs in a small house on South State Street. I shall never forget my first meeting with the young woman who played the part of Juliet.
And Elizabeth Fiedler.
What? How did you know that, sir?
One read.
Oh, the newspapers. Ah, publicity. Well, Anne Elizabeth was young, Anne Elizabeth was beautiful, Anne Elizabeth was unsophisticated, I thought. I was introduced to her at our first rehearsal meeting, and I tell you, sir, I was bowled over. I can think of nothing to say to her but that lovely speech I first quoted to you from Act 2, Scene 2. Lady, by yonder blessed moon, I swear that trips with silver all these booty. And she picked me up at once.
Oh, swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon, that monthly changes in his circled orb, lest that thy love prove likewise variable.
And we went right through the scene, the entire scene, letter perfect, down to...
Good night. Good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow that I shall say good night till it be morrow.
Sleep dwell upon thine eyes, peace in thy breast, and so on. And I tell you, sir, the place rocked with the applause of our fellow players. And so we were married a week later in our costumes on the stage in the setting for Act 2, Scene 2. The romance of Romeo and Juliet was at last consummated in our person. I like to think that the master himself, Shakespeare, would have liked that.
If Shakespeare had married him, there wouldn't have been any story.
Well, why, Jove, well, you know, I never thought of that. Perhaps he wouldn't have liked it then.
I expect.
Well, our marriage flourished for a time, and then there came the rift within the lute.
Tennyson, Idylls of the King.
Indeed? I thought that was Shakespeare, too.
Tennyson.
I must make a note of that. Well, I remember we were playing in Dodge Center, Kansas, or Dodge City, Iowa, or some such place. Fort Dodge, Minnesota, I think. I had met a young woman, the daughter of a plastering contractor, in one of our previous stands, and we found a great deal in common. She was interested in watercolor painting. Her name, I'm afraid I don't remember after all these years. By a strange coincidence, she turned up in Lake Dodge in Nebraska, or wherever it was. As a man of the world, I could do no less than invite her to supper after the performance. You understand?
Of course, of course.
Then we were leaving the restaurant, much later, when we ran directly into Anne Elizabeth. There was little of the gentle Juliet about her, sir.
Well?
I was speechless. Anne Elizabeth wasn't.
So this is the friendly game of cards you're going to indulge in after the show. Well, I think I'll just shuffle you around a little bit. Oh, here's a hand for you, too. Ouch! You stay away from my husband, you hear?
It was intensely embarrassing. It was even more embarrassing when, 2 weeks later, Anne Elizabeth found me kissing the plasterer's daughter in Union Station in Minneapolis. Sir, those Minneapolis policemen are, rough and tumble.
And what did you do about it? Did you...
The crowning blow was when Anne Elizabeth purchased the traditional weapon of the outraged wife.
What?
A rolling pin. Playing the innocent, I asked her if she intended to bake an apple pie or two in our humble lodgings as we fared across the country.
What did she say to that?
No, darling Romeo. That I'm going to use to beat your brains out if I ever catch you with that woman again. So you'd better wear your crossover beard when you go out with her again, if you don't want to wear this rolling pin for a hat.
She had a remarkably pungent manner of speech. I was both sorrowed and relieved when the balcony collapsed in Act 2, Scene 2. and she broke her neck.
How did that happen?
For some unaccountable reason, a stage brace seemed to have been removed. It was very depressing.
And then you married another Juliet?
It seems to me I've been marrying Juliet all my adult life. Yes, I married another. Faith McNulty. I was playing and framing in New Hampshire, Massachusetts, or somewhere when I met her. Faith was not young. Faith was not beautiful. Faith was an execrable actress.
Why did you marry her?
It seemed a good idea at the time. As a matter of fact, it was leap year, and she asked me.
Rambo, if you'll marry me, I'll start a Shakespearean company of our own. You can be the manager and do whatever plays you want to.
I thought, what would we use for money? But she answered that before I asked.
My great-aunt Ruth in Stafford Springs left me $89,000, Rambo.
Well, I assure you that put a different face on the matter. So we were married. We were married the day after we opened in Romeo and Juliet in South Boston. The most unfavorable notices, I must say. Mine were adequate, but poor Faith. I wish you could have heard her read that scene.
Oh, swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon, that monthly changes in her encircled orb, lest that thy love prove likewise variable.
To borrow an expression from the street. Oh, boy. I pleaded with her to resign the feminine lead part and to allow me to find another actress. I told her she could be the manager. She could do anything she wanted to.
I am the manager, Rambo. I will do anything I want to. It's my money.
There is very little one can do to argue with that sort of thing, sir.
Yes, I should think so.
The woman had no shame, sir. Nightly I went on and suffered the torments of the bond. She had no sense of timing. She forgot lines. We had to hide prompters behind every tree, under every bench, outside the window in Friar Lawrence's cell. And I daily grew more and more haggard. That voice. I can hear it yet.
What if it be a poison which the friar subtly hath administered to have me dead?
Act 4, Scene 3.
That's right. In Juliet's chamber.
Well?
Scene 5, Act 4.
The nurse.
Halak, the day. She's dead. She's dead. She's dead!
Well, you seem to have cut quite a swath among the Juliets, sir.
Shakespeare killed her, too?
So he did. Well,
I don't know why I'm telling you all this, really.
Probably because I asked you.
Well, there were really only 3 of them.
Oh, is that so? I thought there were more.
It just seems like more. Oh, if I never play Romeo and Juliet again, I'll be happy. How about Coriolanus? I don't exactly understand Coriolanus, but then I don't really understand much of Shakespeare either.
You don't?
It's just words, a lot of it, to me.
Well, what about Juliet number 3?
Oh, yes, that Juliet. Well, her name was really Juliet. And I'm afraid she's the only woman I ever loved in all my life.
Tell me about her.
Well, I suppose she was as close to the Juliet Shakespeare wrote about as any woman could be.
You think so?
Yes. Yes, I do. There wasn't a thing wrong with our marriage. We loved each other. There wasn't room for another woman in my life. Then.
Did you dispose of her, too?
I never fully realized my own inadequacies until I married Juliet. Why do I marry Juliet? What is it that makes me do it?
There is such a thing as destiny.
Destiny. Shakespeare was always talking about destiny and fate and those things I don't understand. But they work out, do they not?
Very often.
I have a picture of Juliet. Here.
3 words, dear Romeo, and good night indeed. If that thy bent of love be honorable, thy purpose marriage, send me word tomorrow by one that I'll procure to come to thee, where and what time thou wilt perform this rite. And all my fortunes at thy feet I'll lay, and follow thee, my Lord, throughout the world.
It is my soul that calls upon my name.
Romeo.
How silver sweet sound lovers' tongues by night, like softest music to attending ears.
Romeo.
Yes, that's a very beautiful picture. And she's dead?
I wish I never had to play Romeo and Juliet again. I could play... You're doing Shakespeare, of course.
Oh, yes, nothing but Shakespeare.
Well, what kind of run do you expect?
How can anyone tell? With Shakespeare.
That's so. I remember once in Sheboygan, Wisconsin, or Sheboygan, Michigan, I can never tell them apart. We played 5 solid weeks. And when we came back the next year, we had to cut the last act of A Merchant of Venice because a burlesque troupe from Chicago was coming into town. How about King Lear?
I've thought of King Lear.
Child of Roland to the Dark Tower came. His word was still, I, fo and fum. I smell the blood of a British man. Or, Hamlet. To be or not to be, that is the question. But I suppose you'll be wanting to do Romeo and Juliet.
I, do need a Romeo.
Well, then, gate on me, sir.
You didn't tell me all about your latest Juliet.
Frankly, I would be very happy to be back in the theater.
I must confess that I murdered a Juliet once myself.
You did? Well, for goodness sake, I mean, by Jove, what kind of people are we? Did you really?
Yes.
Did you marry her, though?
Oh, no.
Oh, well, then. I married all of mine. 3 of them.
And, the last one?
No. You tell me about the Juliet you killed first.
Oh, no.
Go on, please.
You first.
Well, I told you I loved her very much. She was good for my ego. I remember those nights after the show in hotels everywhere. It was always the same.
Rambo, let me get your slippers for you.
Thank you, my love. And would you fetch me a cold bottle of beer, too?
Oh, darling, I'm so sorry. I'm afraid there isn't any beer left. I'll run out to the corner and get some.
Oh, thank you, dearest. If you're going to do that, would you mind picking up a cigar or 2 for me? Halatellas, please.
Of course, dear. Anything else?
And I would love a sandwich, if the restaurant is still open.
Do you want a magazine, too?
No, just evening papers. Oh, if you see a racing form, bring it along, too. Will you?
Of course, sweetheart. I'll be right back.
I hope you will, darling. That pink shirt, I wanted to wear it tomorrow.
I'll be back in time to iron it for you, dear. Well, let me help you with your slippers first.
Oh, no. I guess I'm capable of taking care of myself, dear. You run along.
All right, dear.
Wait! You didn't kiss me!
She sounds wonderful, sir.
She was always buying me things. Such neckties. I remember one. Oh, my dear sir. And such a cook. How many times I fell asleep to the sound of her washing the few dishes we had. After a succulent midnight meal of beef stroganoff, or chicken morengo, or choucroute garni. Cooked, my dear sir, over a gas flame in a room as often as not. And she never asked for a cent for herself. Always had a few extra dollars when I've had a bad session at the track. And such an actor. You know, it's amazing. I never saw her play anything else but Juliet. I wish you could have seen her.
I'd like that very much.
Yes, you would.
And what did you say happened to her?
Well, she died.
Did you?
It was very odd. Singular, I mean.
What happened?
It was a Saturday night. I remember because we had no performance that night. We played only a Saturday matinee, then a matinee on Sunday. I'd been playing cards with some of the prominent citizens of the city we were playing in, and I came home about 10 o'clock. I expected to find Juliet asleep. She wasn't. She was standing in the center of our room with a strange man. And their arms were around each other, and they were kissing. It was very bad. Very, very bad.
You killed her?
Oh, no. I am afraid I was rather violent, though. I saw red, as the saying goes. The man, who was somewhat smaller than I threw downstairs. Juliet tried to explain, but she fainted. I was sorry she hit her head on the corner of the table, of course.
Is that what killed her?
Oh, no. I stormed out of the place and went out to a restaurant for dinner. And then after a full meal, I felt a little better, and I went back determined to forget her. I was a little late. She had hanged herself.
That's too bad.
Yes, it was. How was I to know that the man she was kissing was her brother who had just dropped in to see us both? So, sometimes I can hear their voices, my Juliet. And Elizabeth.
Oh, swear not by the moon. In constant moon.
Faith.
That monthly changes in her encircled orb.
Juliet.
Let thy love prove likewise variable.
Well, come along then.
Am I, hired?
I think so. But I want you to read against Juliet first. Out here. To the stage.
Why, you've got it all dressed, haven't you?
Act 2, Scene 2.
Oh.
Over there by the balcony, if you please. Take it from Lady by yonder blessed moon.
Well, where's Juliet?
Speak the speech, I pray you, as I pronounced it to you.
I say, that's familiar.
It's Shakespeare. Go on.
Well, Lady, by yonder blessed moon, I swear that tips with silver all these fruit tree tops.
Oh, swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon, that monthly changes in her...
Here! What is this?
You, talked about destiny, Rambo. Here's your destiny. And mine.
What?
This is the destiny we spoke of, friend. This is your fate. Your punishment. There are the 3 you murdered. There is the one I slew.
I don't...
Remember, Juliet had to die to make clay. So, I found her poison.
Who the devil are you?
Why, I thought you knew, friend. My name is Shakespeare. William Shakespeare, at your service.
Quiet Please for tonight was called I Always Married Juliet. The man who spoke to you was Ernest Chappell. And James Monk played Shakespeare. The 3 Juliets were Margaret Draper, Abby Lewis, and Anne Seymour. Music for Quiet Please is played by Albert Berman. Now, for a word about next week's Quiet Please, here's my good friend Bill Cooper.
First, I must tell you that the characters on Quiet Please are not intended to represent any person living or dead, with the possible exception of Mr. Shakespeare. And there are certain people who doubt he lived anyway. The other characters are completely the children of my own imagination. If you happen to have the same name as one of them, it isn't intended to be you. Quiet Please for next week is called 12 to 5.
Now, why did you have to be so legalistic, Mr. Cooper? Well, until next week at the same time, I am quietly yours, Ernest Chappell. Quiet Please comes to you from New York. This is the world's largest network, serving more than 450 radio stations, the Mutual Broadcasting System. Quiet, please. Quiet, please. Broadcasting System presents Quiet Please, which is written and directed by Willis Cooper and which features Ernest Chappell. Quiet Please for tonight is called 12 to 5. Yes, ma'am, it does get lonesome down here. What? Oh, sure, being able to talk to people on the phone helps. But how'd you like to be stuck away down in the basement all by yourself from midnight to 5 g.m.? With nothing but a microphone, a turntable, and some telephones? Sure, I get coffee. I bring in 4 thermos jugs when I go on. I'm coffee up to here. Oh, well, only 4.5 hours more, and then I can go home and have breakfast. No, ma'am, I don't drink coffee for breakfast. Well, you guess what I drink. No, you're getting warm. Sure, 3 of them. Well, after all, it really isn't breakfast, you see. It's supper or dinner or something. Sure. Oh, well, thank you very much for calling. Good morning. Hello. Yes, this is Connie Duffin. Hello, Dick. Say what? No, I haven't got I'll be glad when you're dead, you rascal, you. Yeah, we're not supposed to play it. Ever since about 1934 or 5 or sometime. No kidding. Sure, I'll play you something. Just a little while. The other phone's ringing. Well, stick around. Keep tuned to us, and you shall hear music. It says here. Good morning. Hello, Connie Duffin speaking. And how are you? Oh, fine, thanks. Huh? Settle a bet? Oh, try. Now is the hour? Well, it's generally sung in 4/4 time here, but it was originally written in 3/4 time. Yeah, that's right, regular waltz time. Well, so I guess you both win or you both lose or something, huh? Sure, you're welcome. Good morning. Fine, how are you? Yes, ma'am. The theme used on Quiet Please is taken from the second movement of the Symphony in D minor by César Franck. I'll be glad to play a little of it for you. Just a second. Let's see. Here she is. Played by the Philadelphia Symphony Orchestra under Eugene Ormandy. Here you are. Connie Duffin. No, ma'am, I never lived in Denver. Closest I've ever been is Omaha. I played viper harp and xylophone there in 1932. No, not on the air, hotel. I'm sorry, I guess I am not your cousin. Okay, have one for me. Good morning. What? Why, sure I'm lonesome. No, I'm all alone in here. No, it's just a little place about as big as 2 telephone booths, I guess. No, the engineer's upstairs in master control. Well, we're the only people in the station. No, I guess there's a janitor upstairs in Studio 14. They had a quiz show up there tonight, and there's probably custard pie all over the stage. Well, thank you. They don't allow me to have visitors. Besides, my wife's listening. Sure. Verna. No, she can't even come down to see me when I'm on the air. Well, thanks very much. Sure. Till 5 o'clock, 5 a.m. Old 500, we used to say in the Navy. Well, thanks very much. Good morning. Friends, this is your friend Connie Duffin on the 12 to 5 shift to playing music and to saying words to you. If you can't sleep, call me up and let's talk. We talk to everybody. Night owls, bartenders, policemen, burglars, music lovers. You know the number. Give us a ring. Now, for a little music, let's see what we have here. It's, the Mills Brothers singing Till Then. And while they're singing, I'm going to have you a little coffee and a cigarette, so lean back and listen.
Till then, my darling, please wait for me. Till then, no matter when, it will be one day. I know I'll be back again. Please wait. Till then, our dreams will live though we are apart.
Hello. I'm Herbie Buchanan. Well, hello. I didn't know there was anybody else around here except Bob upstairs in the control room. Oh, I'm around every night. What you got there, coffee? Yeah, you like some? Help yourself. Take the top off the thermos. Much obliged. You a new guy? No, you just said you're here every night. No, I've been around here for years. No, I never get around here in the daytime, so I don't know very many people. Hoover upstairs at the cashier's office. Yeah. What you doing? I brought down some news bulletins to read, if you don't mind. What you say not? Saves wear and tear on my vocal cords. You in the newsroom? Part of the time. I've been a disc jockey, everything. Yeah, here's the mic, baby. And ladder's running down. You want to put me on? Sure. Well, friends, we've got something new for you tonight. My good friend Herbie Buchanan has just come in with a pocket full of news flashes, and while I have one more cigarette, Herbie will tell you what's going on in the world. Okay, Herbie Buchanan.
Thank you, Connie Duffin. Well, there's not much new in the way of international affairs. Everybody hates everybody else just as much as they did yesterday, and about as much as they will tomorrow. So let's see what's going on right here in our own fair city, if you want to call it a fair city. Chief of Police Deans Lopez will be startled to know that a murder was committed this evening only 2 doors away from the Southside Police Station. Hubert W. Cronkite, a retired broker of 2319 West 17th Street, discovered a burglar prowling in his apartment who shot and killed Mr. Cronkite in his bedroom. There are no clues to the murderer's identity. A taxicab collided with a streetcar at the corner of Pacific Avenue and Maple Grove, killing a passenger and seriously injuring 2 of the passengers in the cab. The weather today? The temperature is now 52 degrees, and as you no doubt know, rain is falling heavily. The correct time is 1:32 p.m. Standard Time.
Hey, Herbie. You got the time wrong.
What?
Well, look at the clock, you jerk. It's 1:02. You're a half hour ahead of time. Hello, this is Connie Duffin. What? Not raining. Why, Herbie said that... What? Okay, I will look out the window. Hold the phone. Hey, Herbie. Herbie. Yes, ma'am, you're right. Well, I'm sorry. Herbie must have been mixed up or something. Thank you very much. Yes, ma'am. Hey, where did... Herbie! Where did... This is Connie Duffin.
Look here. What kind of nonsense is this?
Well, I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
Making fools out of people. I'm going to sue you.
Well, what for goodness sake?
Are you the man who just said I was shot by a burglar?
Huh? Me? Oh, why, no, sir. That was a man from the newsroom.
Well, he's a liar.
Listen, friend, who are you? I don't get
I'm
this.
just as much alive as you are.
Well, all right, sir, but who are...
My name is Hubert W. Cronkite. I was not killed by a burglar.
You weren't. I mean, what?
Do I sound as if I've been shot? Now, look here, young man. I demand a public apology. Wait a minute.
What?
I said, wait a minute. I hear somebody in my bedroom.
Well, but... Okay. Hello, this is Connie Duffin. Who? Oh, sure. Good morning. No, sir, I don't think I do know you. What? Police? No. No, it was a gag. Oh, it couldn't be. I was just talking to Mr. Cronkite on the phone. Well, he's on the phone right now. I'm just waiting for him to come back. Hello, Mr. Cronkite. Hello. Hello, Mr. Cronkite. No. He doesn't answer. Well, wait a second. I got to put on some music. Music, for God's sakes. It's a radio station. Friends, here is music for you from yours truly, Connie Duffin, to you wherever you are.
What goes on here? That's the radio. Lost. You've been away a long time, Milton. Since you and Lucy had that quarrel and you walked out on her in the restaurant.
How does he know that?
Listen, it's too bad, really. You were so much in love, and then this thing happened to break you up. Now it's great to be together again.
Who is this?
Happiness lasts such a little while, doesn't it? It's such a shame that yours can't last longer.
What's he talking about?
I'd hate to have to be the one to tell you, but it's going to happen tonight. You're going to quarrel again.
We are not.
And this time, you're not going to run out on her, Milton.
I don't know what he's...
Shut up.
Now, listen.
Quiet.
Because Lucy won't take it again. Lucy's got a gun, Milton. And this quarrel's really going to end things. But good, Milton. But good.
Lucy,
What?
have you got to go? Have you?
None of your business.
No, listen, sweetheart.
You got no right to come in this house after 6 months and start jumping on me.
This is my house, baby.
This is my house. You ran away from me.
I had plenty of reason to run away from you.
Oh, you did. Well, go ahead and get out now.
Who do you think you're talking
I
to?
never asked you to come back.
I don't know why I did it.
Well, get out if you don't like.
I will not get out.
Stay away from me.
Lucy.
Get away.
I tell you.
Get away.
Time is now 2 a.m. Standard Time.
Huh? Oh, I must have been asleep.
Yeah, I guess you were, Connie.
Say, where did you go?
Upstairs for a minute.
Yeah, you sure got me in a hassle.
What do you mean?
Talking about that guy getting killed by a burglar.
Oh. That.
And getting the time wrong. Bob put it in the log upstairs. What's his name will jump down my throat tomorrow. Today.
That's too bad. Hey, your phone's ringing.
Oh. Hello, this is Connie Duffin. Who? The police. What? You did? Oh, I don't know. Yes, I'll come in. Sure. Okay. Yep. Listen.
What?
He did get killed by a burglar.
Well, all right.
Huh?
That's what I said, didn't I?
Yeah, but...
Hadn't you better get on the air?
Oh. Yeah, sure. This is your friend, Connie Duffin and his records. Now, a word from our sponsor. Chappell's apples are the finest, most delicious, great big eating apples you ever sunk a fang into. Direct to you from the tree to your table in handsome handmade baskets containing 12, 48, and 96 of the finest eating and cooking apples you ever laid eyes on. Friend wife will fly at once to the kitchen to concoct a genuine old-fashioned apple pie that'll set your mouth a-watering as it did when Mother made those luscious, spicy pies that you used. You'll tussle with her over Chappell's apples because they're just as good eating apples as they are pie apples. Just say, Chappell's apples, please, to your neighborhood apple dealer and accept no substitute. First thing tomorrow, Chappell's apples. And now, music. Listen, Herbie, I can take a gag as big as the next fella, see? But fun's fun. Well, now what is it?
What is what?
How did you know that fellow was going to get killed?
Look, it's on the paper.
Where did that come from?
Up in the newsroom.
The newsroom? There's nobody in the newsroom.
Teletypes are there. They're running.
They shouldn't be, not this time of night. Morning.
Well, they are.
And you got that off the teletype?
Mm-hmm.
How do you know it isn't kidding somebody?
It isn't.
Yeah, but how do you know?
Believe me, I know.
It's funny to me. I never heard you before.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't get it. What about that taxi cab accident?
It'll happen any minute.
You wouldn't be kidding the guy.
Not me.
You got a union card? An AFRA card? Sure. Let's see it.
Yeah.
Robert L. Buchanan. Paid up, too.
Yep.
Hello, this is Connie Duffin. Good morning. Oh, hello, Bob. Yeah? Herbie Buchanan. Herbie Buchanan, I said. What's the matter? Can't you understand English?
That's the way it's been doing on the air. Let's take the fuss out of your mouth.
Listen, I never had any trouble with people understanding me before.
Well, I don't get down there with you. That's your responsibility. But if what's his name is, you're going plumb for trouble. He's going to pick your ears back like a snoop.
Listen, you...
Yes, listen. This is your program. If I was you, I wouldn't be playing the funeral march this time of the morning. See?
Funeral march? We're playing Gene Krupa's Opus No. 1.
No, it isn't, Connie. Listen.
What the... Good morning, Connie Duffin speaking. How are you, ma'am? What? No, I just turned it off. Yes, ma'am, 12 to 5. Yeah, only a little while ago now. Oh, you're glad? Well, I'm sorry. Well, ma'am, you have no idea how rugged it is here. For some reason, everything is slightly mixed up this morning. No, I have not been drinking. I do not drink on the job. Yeah, I'm sorry, ma'am. What would you like to hear us play? 3 o'clock in the morning. Hang on. Here it comes. Listen, ma'am. What'd you say? What's the matter? I can hear it. Well, listen. Can't you... Lady, I tell you, it's not a funeral march.
Well, so long, Connie. I'm getting lazy for a while.
Where are you going?
Out.
Well, wait. Listen, can't you help me get this all straightened out?
No, I'm overdue.
How about wait? Wait, Herbie,
No, I'll see you later.
Oh, my head. I wonder if I have been at this too long. Who is this guy? What's he up? I don't get it. Hello? Yes, good morning. No, try, sir. No, sir, we're not playing games. I don't know. I know it. Yeah, I'll play it for you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, if you don't like it, why don't you turn off your radio and go back to bed? Oh, man. That did it. Oh, what's his name heard that one. Oh, wow. If that guy comes back in here, I'm going to beat his brains out. Making a fool out of me. Hello. Oh, shoot. This Herbie Buchanan. The fellow that was here with me.
Never heard of him.
What?
It's all later now. Get off the monkey business and get back on the phone.
I'm going up to the newsroom a minute, Bob.
Okay. Send a letter and hurry back.
Oh. Well, friends, shall we listen to a little music? All right. We'll listen to a little music. nobody here. I thought he'd be. Oh, there goes the teletype. Well, what do you think? Herbert L. Buchanan, former announcer and disc jockey on local radio stations, was instantly killed in an accident this evening when a taxicab in which he was riding was struck by a streetcar at the corner of Pacific Avenue and Maple Grove.
Mr. Duffin fell in a coma as he left his studio this morning at 5 o'clock as his program concluded. He died on the way to the hospital. It's 5 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen. Open the door, Connie. Nobody in this story is at all like anybody else in the world, living or dead. All of them spend their life on my typewriter, and they're completely fictitious. Next week's Quiet Please is called Clarissa.
Quiet, please. Broadcasting System presents Quiet Please, which is written and directed by Willis Cooper and which features Ernest Chappell. Quiet Please for tonight is called Clarissa. No, he was dead before the fire started. I've told you that a dozen times. No, I can't prove it, of course not. You'll just have to believe me. Take my word for it. I can't prove he was dead. You can't prove he wasn't. And anyway, what difference does it make now? I'm sorry. I can't hear you very well. Yes. Well, all right. It was an old black hell of a house. A house that has lived too long. A house where the floors groaned in pain at night, where the windows shuddered at the gentlest touch of the wind, where door latches suddenly gave up their grip and let the night come snipping into the house to paw at your eyes and wake you to the other silences that lay around you. It was never warm there. In the winter, old Heinz kept the fire going in the fireplace in the old sitting room, but the logs were scrawny and the draft was bad, and the flames seemed to grudge us their warmth so that we shivered all through the day. We're glad when night came and we could escape to the meager comfort of the drafty bedrooms. And in the summer there was a dampness about the place. An unhealthy clamminess drifted from the walls and stirred uneasily among the ancient smells of decay that clung to the place. Well, I suppose you could call old Heinz a character. You said you didn't know him? An immigrant from the Rhineland sometime in the early 70s. That would make him, let me see, how old?
Ich war im Rheinland geboren, in der Jahrzeit 1862.
That's right, 1862. He was an old man, but he never appeared old. You might have taken him for a vigorous man of 60. His hair and his scraggly mustache were jet black. I suspect he dyed them regularly. And his blue eyes seemed as keen as those of a boy of 18. And he'd never been away from the house for a single night, he used to say, from the day he bought it and moved into it in 1888. And it was an old house then. Yes, I spent some very dreary days and nights in that house. What? I couldn't afford a better place to live. No, people don't go to live in a haunted house if they can find another place, you know. Oh, yes, of course, I'd heard it was haunted before I went there to live. Do you believe in haunted houses? No, neither did I, of course. Well, I agree, it did look like a haunted house. I've told you about the sounds in the night. I've told you about some of the sounds in the night. Yes, of course, there were other sounds. Well, please, let me tell it my own way. Well, Clarissa, for instance. Clarissa in particular. Clarissa above everything else. I had lived there nearly a year. Heinz and I sat that first night alongside the fireplace. I remember he'd asked me to share a bottle of Bent Custer Doctor with him. We sat in front of the stingy little fire. There was a kerosene lamp on the table, and Heinz in his old black coat with the sleeves that were too short.
You like the wine then, Jesse?
Yeah, very much. Very much.
I have not much left. This is from before the war when it was easier to get, you see, but now, well, it is almost their last.
You shouldn't be so generous with it, Heinz.
Oh, no. Good wine always schmeckt besser, wenn mit a friend you drink it, nicht wahr? A little more?
Not for a moment, thanks.
Yes, to sit by the fire and look down into the coals and see images of the scenes past. And drink wine and see the images grow clearer. It is good in the old age.
You've lived here alone for a long time?
Yeah, for a long time. Long time. I'm used to it. Used to the nights and the little fire and the silences.
Yes.
It is cold for this time of the year.
Listen.
What's the rose?
Oh, I thought I heard someone singing.
So?
Did you hear anything?
It is Clarissa.
What did you say?
Clarissa, my daughter.
Well, I didn't know you had a daughter, Heinz.
Yes. Is there more wine?
No, thanks. I haven't seen her around.
No.
Well, is she... Excuse me, Heinz.
You will forgive me, Jesse. She's a child. I do not wish you to be bothered.
Why, she wouldn't bother me, Heinz. I like children.
There's enough left here in the bottle for one more for each of us, huh?
Thank you, Heinz.
Yes? Schlafwohl.
And I drank the last of the wine with the old man. And then I climbed the creaking stairs to the dreary little room, carrying the kerosene lamp in one hand and casting fabulous shadows on the peeling wallpaper. Seeing the ancient plush-covered rocking chair nodding away at me as I entered the room, as if a startled occupant had suddenly deserted it at the sound of my footsteps on the stairs. And the cold spring rain drenching the window panes. And the murmured complaints of the beams and rafters of the old house. The pleasant, musty fumes of the wine I had drunk kept sleep away for a while when I'd blown out the lamp. The melody of that children's song flowed again across my mind as I lay there. My thoughts wandered to the lonely child that dwelt in the haunted house with the old man and the new-come student. I smiled to myself as I thought, now that settles the question of the house being haunted, doesn't it? People have heard the little girl singing to herself in the night. They've not known that a little girl lived here, too. And that's the ghost. And I smiled again at superstitions. And another idle thought struck me. I wondered at the child's age. 10 or 12 years old by the sound of her voice. And somewhere in the back of my drowsy mind, I seem to remember that Heinz had told me Helena, his wife, had died... Well, was it the year of the San Francisco earthquake? Well, that would be 1906. That would be 42 years ago. And this was a child of 10 or 12. I must have been mistaken. I was getting sleepy. The wine, the rain, the dark. Well, you wanted the whole story. I'm telling it to you. In the morning, Heinz was working in his garden, and the early sun made the old house seem a little more cheerful, a little more livable. There was a tinge of green through the gray of the fields that surround the house, and Heinz told me he'd seen a robin. I stood and watched him a long time, and I don't think he noticed how my eyes wandered to the windows of the old house, searching for a flash of color that might be a child's hair ribbon, or how I listened for the sound of a young voice singing a little song the children who danced so long ago on the bridges of Avignon. I didn't even notice that I was humming a song under my breath.
Clarissa's song, nicht?
What? Oh.
Well, that's Clarissa's song.
Our kids used to sing it when I was young.
Yeah, my wife is French. She taught the song to Clarissa.
Oh?
Yeah, it is an old song.
How old is your daughter, Heinz? How old?
Oh, she's young.
Is she pretty?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, breakfast.
Coffee. I found it on the stove.
Clarissa made it.
Oh, did she?
You'd better go to work now, huh?
Yes, I suppose so. You don't need to keep the little girl out of sight on my account, Heinz. I like children.
Oh, she bothers you.
Oh, no, I've got a little sister back home.
Oh, yeah?
Miriam. She's 11.
Clarissa is older.
Oh? Miriam's got bright yellow hair.
Clarissa has dark hair.
Yeah, I got a picture of her here.
Oh, so? She's very pretty. I have no picture of Clarissa.
No, that's too bad.
I'll see you tonight, huh?
Yes? Yes, sure, Heinz. I should have let the thing drop then and there. If the old man felt that children should be kept away from adults, that was his privilege, of course. And although I was often lonely for other company than the old man, I was a dweller in his house, and naturally subject to his wishes. My work? No, I never left the place. My book. Oh, I was writing a book. No, not very exciting. Mathematics. I have some theories. No, the book is gone. The fire, you remember? I could understand Heinz. I thought he obviously had a great respect for a man's work, especially a work of such apparent erudition. I must not be disturbed. I might stay in my room day and night with my slide rules and my profile paper and my broken flower pot full of sharpened pencils. I was not to be disturbed. But how many times I wished for the happy sound of my little sister Miriam's gay laughter. Found myself listening for the lilt of a little girl song that she used to sing, and that Clarissa knew too. Heinz mentioned Clarissa occasionally.
I sometimes wish that I could have sent Clarissa to school, Jesse.
Well, it's too bad you didn't.
Always there is never enough money.
Why, there are schools. Public schools, Heinz.
No, not for Clarissa's free schools.
You know, I wonder.
Wonder?
Well, children are supposed to go to school. I'm surprised that the school authorities haven't been to see about sending her.
The police?
Oh, no, not the police. But there are laws about schools. I mean, you might find yourself in trouble if they discover you have a daughter of school age.
They will come here.
Well, if they find out.
Jesse, you will not tell.
Now, look here, Heinz. You're not being fair to the child.
Oh, yes.
No, really, I mean it. Hasn't she ever been to school?
Well, I teach her a little.
Well, Heinz, it's none of my business. But you're doing her a very serious harm.
No. Listen, Jesse. You don't tell anybody about her.
Well, I don't know, Heinz. If they come and ask me...
Jesse, listen. I tell you something.
Well?
Clarissa can't go to school.
Well, why not? I told you it doesn't cost anything.
It is not that.
Well, then?
She's not well.
Oh, I'm sorry, Heinz. Look, would you like it if I gave her a little of my time and taught her some of the elementary...
No, please, don't.
I'd be glad to.
No.
Well, have it your way, Heinz. I don't mean to intrude on your affairs, but after all, a child...
I'm sorry, Jesse. I thank you, but no.
All right. Forget it. But I couldn't forget it. A kindly old man. Yes, he was kindly. And a sick child who had never seen the inside of a schoolroom, who was growing up to become... what? In an ancient, moldering house, a house that had lived too long, alone with a father born 86 years ago. Alone at night in the darkness with the house, grumbling and complaining around me. I thought about the plight of the child. Sometimes I could hear her song, far away somewhere in the dank recesses of that crumbling house. And my thoughts revolved again about this mystery. Heinz said she was not well. Heinz would not allow her to appear. Was Clarissa some misshapen monster child that she must be pent up and never see the sun? Was she... I detest mysteries of that kind. I love the good, clean mysteries of abscissa and ordinate, the logarithm and antilogarithm, of the calculus and the grand old theorems devised by the ancients. But the fascinating mysteries of the human mind and of human behavior are alien to me. Them I hate. And my thoughts crept further and further away from the 10 numbers as doubt and speculation about the child laid hold of my mind. In the night, how often I heard her sobs, I thought, sometimes close outside my door. And yet when I opened the door, there was nothing. And old Heinz grew more and more taciturn. He never spoke of his daughter. He seemed to avoid me by day and to disappear by night. But the summer came then, and the fall, and winter. My book was going badly, and my thoughts wandered. I must leave this place, I thought, or find out this mystery. And again I asked the old man if there was not something I might do for this pathetic child, this invisible, haunting voice.
No, Jesse. There is nothing you could do.
But Christmas is coming, Heinz. What can I get her for Christmas?
No, why nothing, Jesse.
What?
My Helene. She died on the eve of Christmas.
Well, but Heinz, you owe it to the child.
No. Let us not speak of it again.
But to me, the thought of Christmas passing by this child was unspeakable. I determined that if the old man would do nothing about it, I would. You know, I had little money, and there was so little I could do. But I did come into the town here, and I found a toy for her. I found one I could afford. A little woolly lamb. A little woolly white lamb with black buttons for eyes and a blue silk ribbon about its neck and a gay little blue flower in its mouth. I hung a little card about its neck that said, Merry Christmas to Clarissa. And on Christmas Eve, Heinz and I shared the last bottle of Ben Costler Doctor before the miserly little fire. And I gave him one of the handkerchiefs my little sister Miriam had sent me, and he gave me an old stone Krug with a heavy pewter top that he said came from Heidelberg. And we regretted that there was no creamy Pilsner Urquell to drink from it. Wished each other a happy Christmas. And then, in the night, I was awakened by a tiny sound. And I lay awake silently for a moment. And there was another sound. A hesitant little footstep. And a rustling at the dresser across the room from me. And I lay quietly and listened. Is that you, Clarissa? Is that you, Clarissa? Do you like it? Good. Happy Christmas. I'm sorry, that's all I could get you. But I hope you like it. And I felt the touch of a tiny hand on my shoulder, and lips brushed my cheek, and the door closed. And the sound of her voice in the little song was happier now than I'd ever heard it. And so I knew at last that Clarissa was not a ghost, but a living person. And I felt more at peace with myself as I realized that this was what had been my mind. And I was happy now that I knew she really lived. But I was not living in the midst of fantasy. I had wondered what Heinz would say. He was perfectly natural about it.
It was good of you, Jesse.
Good? What?
To find a gift for Clarissa.
Oh, did you like it?
Ah.
Well, I'm glad.
She asked me to say Dankeschön to you.
Then I say Bitteschön.
It is good. You're a kind person, Jesse.
I wish it could have been more.
Oh, it is a very rich gift. Never has she had such a thing.
Is she going to have Christmas dinner with us, Heinz?
No.
So, I had won a little victory in this conflict with the darkness. But I was to go no further. I asked Heinz about her. Heinz answered shortly. I suggested that a birthday gift might be in order if I only knew her birthday. I proposed writing to my own sister and begging her for outworn storybooks that Clarissa might read, even if she must stay aloof from the rest of the house. Heinz did not reply. Everything was as it had always been, so long as the name of Clarissa was not mentioned. But when it came in the late spring, when it was cold and windy again, and the raw snow pelted against the windows and the whole house shivered, I heard her crying again in the night. And there was a quality in her voice this time that brought me out of the bed and into the hall. I called in alarm. Clarissa! I stepped back into my room and lit the kerosene lamp. And as I stepped out again toward the hallway, Heinz confronted me.
What's my answer, Jesse?
Why, can't you hear her, Heinz? Something's wrong. She's sick.
No, go back by your room, Jesse.
But Heinz...
Don't beat me, Jesse. Go back.
Now, Heinz, listen to me. Something's awfully wrong with that child, and
I will take care of her, Jesse.
Please, Heinz.
In your room.
Now, see here,
I take care of my own man, huh? Heinz.
I reached for the door at once, but it was locked from the outside. And I beat on it and stormed at it in the cold. But for once it held. I screamed at the father, threatening every kind of vengeance on him, till at last I suddenly realized that I was being hysterically silly. In the silence, I could hear nothing but the moan of the wind around the rusty cornices of the house and the hiss of snowflakes against the window. I sat down, shaken, bitter at myself for giving way to such an outburst over a child's crying in the night. And at last I lay down again, and in the frosty silence of the early dawn, I fell asleep. And when I awoke, hours later, and found my door unlocked again, Heinz was not to be found. Not that day, nor the next. I tramped through the house, opening doors, calling him, calling Clarissa. There was not a sound to answer me. I found a little wood and made a miserable fire. I suppose I ate. I don't remember any too well. And at night I went to bed till I, shivering for hours, straining my ears for a sound. The sound of a child's song. The sound of a father's footstep in the cold darkness. And it was morning, nearly morning. Gray fingers of morning plucking at the frost-rimed windows. And I awoke to see Heinz standing beside my bed. In the 2 days, he seemed to have aged 20 years. He was an old man. He spoke to me.
Jesse, my friend.
What's the matter, Heinz?
No much matter, Jesse. I am dying.
Why, Heinz?
It is finished now, Jesse. Alles is vorüber.
Here, sit down.
No. Hear me.
key to Clarissa's room. You take it. Oh, is she all right? Hide! Too late for me now. Go. Clarissa's room. Do what is to be done. I lifted him to the bed. I bent over him. I listened for his heart. There was no sound. Heinz was dead. Yes, just as I told you before, he died. He died there in my room, yes. What? Oh, yes. In the little half-light, I found a kerosene lamp and I lit it. I took the key from the floor where he dropped it. No. I found the room very easily. It was at the far end of the hall. I called. Clarissa? Clarissa? And there was no answer. So I unlocked the door. And holding the light above my head, I walked over to the bed. And there, lying on the bed, dressed in a pinafore that might have come out of a 10-year drawing in Alice in Wonderland, clutching a little woolly lamb to her breast, there lay a tiny, old woman with long white hair braided into pigtails. Clarissa. And I knew why I hadn't heard the little song for 2 days. And so when the lamp dropped out of my hand and the flames started licking around the dry as dust draperies and the fragile old oaken boards on the floor, I turned and went out of the house. Well, what else was there to do? The house had lived too long. And so had the father and daughter who dwelt there. And Heinz was played by Bruno Vick. Clarissa by Peggy Stanley. As usual, music for Quiet Please is by Albert Berman. Now a word from our writer-director, Willis Cooper.
The characters in tonight's Quiet Please are neither living nor dead. They enjoy neither of these interesting conditions because they're solely the invention of my own imagination, intended to represent nobody at all. Quiet Please for next week is called 13 and 8.
And so until next week at the same time, I am quietly yours, Ernest Chappell. Quiet Please comes to you from New York. This is the world's largest network, serving more than 450 radio stations, the Mutual Broadcasting System.
Quiet, please. Quiet, please.
The Mutual Broadcasting System presents Quiet, Please, which is written and directed by Willis Cooper, which features Ernest Chappell. Quiet, Please for tonight is called 13 and 8.
I don't remember when was the first time I seen him, I don't think. When was the fire at the Harbor Hotel? Last August, wasn't it? When the fellow jumped out the window, lit on the streetcar, got carried 3 blocks in his night shirt? Yeah, last August. I guess that was the first time. I've seen him a lot of times since then. Well, I never thought much about it the first time. Me and this kid Buzz, we was covering the fire. You know how it is when the hotel gets on a fire in the middle of the night. It could be a big story. You used to hear the shot of a guy doing a swan dive out the 20th story and get one of them prizes. Only the Harbor Hotel is only 3 stories high, and this guy landed on a streetcar, and all he got was a fractured clavicle, wherever that is. When I get the pictures, only no prize. I'll tell you about it, see? There's about 12, 15 photographers there from different papers, and a lot of reporters and cops and firemen and things. Too many of the bubblegum kids with their box cameras getting in everybody's way, and once in a while getting stood on their heads in the gutter by working stiffs like me. All of a sudden, this Buzz, he hollers, "Hey, look at the guy in the window." And I look, and so does everybody else. And everybody has got his camera aimed at the guy, and this citizen steps right in front of him. Well, you know what is a lens louse? We get them all the time. They're citizens, they want to crawl into a picture a news photographer's making, and so they get their pussies in the paper. And they're by the millions, brother, by the millions. So we got to kind of yell. We yell sometimes when we see a lens louse lousing up a picture to warn off the other guy, see? We holler 13 and 8. Then everybody is onto his guard, see, and the lens louse thinks out a prayer. So I holler 13 and 8. And all the other photographers, they look around, and just then the fella jumps out the window, and I'm the only guy looking, and I bang the shutter. Well, I figure the lens louse was right in the middle of the picture. He was googling into my lens. But maybe I also got the fella jumping off in the wind into the background, and we could rout out the lens louse and just have a shot of the guy flying through the air with a greatness of ease. Well, up runs Biggie Wallenstein from the press, and Laurie Parks, and Lee Nittinger, all hollering and waving their cameras because they missed the picture on account I hollered 13 and 8. And I said, listen, I'm just trying to be a nice guy and a comrade. I missed the picture too, don't I? And they say there wasn't nobody. And I say, what do you mean, your adjective? And they say, there wasn't nobody, and I was just trying to draw him off the picture. They say there was too. He was a guy, wasn't he, Buzz? And this Buzz, he looks kind of funny, and he said, sure there was. And then it's Biggie Wallenstein, he said that this was the old days we take the plate away from you and bust it. I said, well, it's film, and you can't bust film. Then I say, and besides, this is the new days, and you lay off, and maybe I'll take your face and bust it. Then they swore at me, and the fire was out. So Buzz and me, we went back to the office. So we go in the dark room, and I cook the film. Sure enough, I got a sensational shot of the guy skimming out of the window. And there ain't no sign of the fella I seen in front of me, the lens louse. So I say, hey, Buzz, that's funny. Buzz says, listen, Rocco, he says, listen, you know there wasn't nobody there. Then he laughs and says, hey, that was a pretty cute trick. Throwing off them other fellas like that, Rocco. So what am I, crazy or something? I say there was a guy there, or else I wouldn't have hollered 13 and 8. And I got a $15 bonus check. Yeah, but just the same, I'll holler 13 and 8 again if I see a fella googling into my lens. Well, fine. 2 more times I've seen a guy. You ever know how it is you see a guy and you don't see him? And he looks like somebody you know. Or maybe it's because you see him every once in a while and you get to recognize him like. Well, that's with this guy. I only get to see him, see, looking through the wire thing on my camera with one eye, and I got nearsightedness in that eye a little bit. But up he pops right in front of the mayor one day while he is saying welcome to some ambassadors or something in his plug hat. And it's very quiet, and I holler out, 13 and 8. And the mayor jumps and his plug hat falls off. Then I shoot just as him and one of the ambassadors bumps their heads together. Reaches for it. And oh boy, I have got another $15 bonus. On account of we don't like the mayor, see? And at the next hearing, Biggie Wallenstein, he prefers the charges against me. He says Brother Rocco Carcioli is guilty of conduct unbecoming. And if Buzz didn't testify for me, I'd be thrown out of the guild or something. All I'm doing is trying to be a good guy. Yeah. Well, now I'll tell you about the third time. The time I got the raise. This fella, big-time Charlie with the pinball machines, you see, he was bit by the dust. No, they have put the finger on him, but big, and the judge says how he's to spend the next 40 years making little ones out of big ones or whatever they do down at Juliet. So it's the day when they're going to shove him in a car and take him down Highway 66 to Juliet and stuff him in the pokey. All the papers have got the guards around to make the farewell shot to the takeoff. He's been in the big can out on California Avenue. We're standing around outside waiting for the party to come out. This here Biggie Wallenstein is standing alongside me.
You're going to have a 13 and 8 on it this time, Rocco. I'm going to shove your camera down your throat.
Yeah, you and who else?
Me and the rest of these guys. I'm not kidding, too.
Well, listen, Biggie, I don't holler unless I see somebody.
You never seen anybody the last 2 times.
I did, too.
I'm only trying to do you a favor.
You should do me a favor.
I'm just warning you.
Heads up, they're coming.
You keep your nose clean now, Rocco.
Ah, go shoot you. Hey, Chief. Hey, Chief, how about it?
All right, police. You get back now.
Pull up your hat a little bit, Chief.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold that. One more.
Have him take his hat off, Chief.
Take off your hat, John. How's that?
Okay. Hold it.
Hold it. You got all the names?
Sure, we got the name.
We shoot one while you get in the car, huh? Okay. Come on, John.
And then I see this here character again, this Lancelot. Oh, God, I say to myself, that fellow looks familiar to me. I move around so he ain't in front of me. Yeah, but he moves, too. And they're just getting in the car, and somebody else is stepping up close to this big shot. And I yell out, 13 and 8! Hey! So, that's how I got the only shot at this big shot blowing a hole through the chief of police with a gun that somebody slipped him. And you know what? Biggie Wallenstein, if it hadn't have been for his camera, Biggie Wallenstein would have got his head blown right off. Only he was holding up the camera to his face, and all it done is ruin the box and all the other shots he made. Yeah, this Sunklaus was standing right in front of me. But he wasn't in the picture when I developed it. There wasn't nobody but the big shot with his gun and the chief of police standing there with a dumb look on his hand and a hole in his chest you could choke a horse with it. And I get a scoop. And a raise. Well, I want to tell you about this kid, Buzz, I was telling you about. We worked together quite a lot. You see, he is fresh out from college, where he was a GI Bill after the war, and Steve Tumble is the city editor, hires Buzz. Well, we're getting kind of famous, see, on account of the scoops I'm getting. And, of course, Buzz is with me, so he's kind of in on it, too. And I figure maybe he's good luck. Besides, he's smart. He was the guy, for instance, that named the streetcar. You know, the killer car. You know, the car that bumped the old lady at Lake Park in 49. Then it run away from the motorman, remember? Hit the automobile with them kids from the university the very next week. Yeah. It was Buzz that thought that up. How'd you think it up, Buzz?
I didn't think it took any special genius to think that one up, Rocco.
Oh, yeah. Sure it did.
Anybody'd think of it.
I wouldn't have.
Well, you're a photographer.
I wished I could think of things.
You're doing all right with your pictures, Rock.
Oh, sure, yes.
Only one thing, though, Rock.
Huh?
One of these days, you're going to wake up with a busted nose.
You and who else?
Nah, not me. I mean that 13 and 8 stuff.
What about it?
Well, it's been a great gag. One of these days, you're going to pull it once too often. Some of your valued colleagues will put the arm on you.
Well, listen, I ain't kidding, Bud.
You're not kidding me.
No, there is a guy.
You mean this is the same guy? You know it's a gag.
No, it ain't. I pretty near can recognize him.
Well, how come I've never seen him?
Ain't you seen him? You said you did.
On your pal, Russell.
Listen, Buzz, cross my heart, I hope you die. There is a guy.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, he follows me around.
Little man with a green coat.
No green coat, but he's a real guy.
Well, how come he never appears in any of those pictures?
Me.
Don't kid me, Rocco. I wouldn't kid the other guys either if I were you. I think they're getting tired of it.
I tell you, I ain't kidding nobody, bud.
Okay, Rock. But don't come to me for sympathy when they gang up on you.
They ain't gonna gang up on anybody.
Telephone for you, Rocco.
Okay. Hello. Hello, Mr. Tumble. No, sir, I was just going in the darkroom to develop it. Yes, sir, I sure do need a new camera. Hey, it's right here, what's left of it. Oh, no, I got the holder out and the film's all right. I think. I think I got a good shot. Sure. Oh, sure. Well, I never seen you hit me, but I think I know who it was. Ziggy Wallenstein. Yeah, sure, from behind me. And I'm pretty sure it was Ori Fox on the car that jumped on my camera. I was laying down. Well, I just seen footprints going up and down on my camera right in front of my nose. Yes, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Nothing. Why, sure, that was kind of a reflection. Reflection, like automatic. I seen this fella, he stepped in front of me. Then automatic, I say 13 and 8. Then boom, I'm dead. Huh? Oh, well, it was a beat-up old camera anyway. Okay, right away. Yes, sir. All righty.
What's the matter, Rocco? Can you get work over?
Shut up. Who's in the dark room?
Nobody.
Anybody in there? I guess not.
Hiya, Rocco. Where'd you get the black eye?
Hiya, Buzz.
Where'd you get it?
Come on in the dark room with me.
Okay. Got another scoop?
Lock it. Maybe I have.
Who smacked you?
Biggie, I think. Where's the suit? Oh, here.
You say it again?
Say what? Set the timer there.
13 and 8.
Yes. I seen them again. They're digging a hole in the river. How's the time?
You can't see in the dark. You mean the tunnel?
Yeah, this fella got a taxi or whatever it is, and they're hauling him up with a bullet.
Fully.
Yeah, and my friend the Lentlaw steps in front of me, and I just say it, and stop, I get a clout in the mouth. Yeah, I fall down, and I press the thing as I fall down. The rope breaks on the bullet, and the guy falls back in the drink. And they jump on my camera.
You mean you got a shot of the man falling, Rocco?
Why, shit, if that character ain't smeared all over the film. Here. It's cooked enough. You can get it in the hypo. Wrench it first. I hope that's hypo.
I turn on the white light?
A minute. Okay. Oh, boy.
Hey, look at that. Fine, Rocco. Terrific. Wait a minute. Amy.
Tell you what.
Your guy.
What guy?
Your lens blaster was standing in front of you.
Yeah. Hey, look here. Now, wait till I get the front of the light. You see? Look here.
I don't see.
See? There's his head, see?
Huh?
You see his hat? See? There's an arm, see?
Yeah, but...
He's there. You pay me.
He's there, all right. But why do you suppose you can see right through him?
Well, you know what? I took this here negative over to Kinsey Grill one night where I knowed I'd meet Ziggy Wallenstein, and I walked in with it. Him and Ori Fox is getting at a table organizing some beers. I just walk over and sit down. I says, look, I want to show you something. I ain't mad, see. I just want to prove something. I just want to prove I never hollered 13 and 8 for nothing. I want you to see this here, I said. Well, see what happens when you're the right guy? By 11 o'clock, I'm full of free beer. And Biggie Wallenstein offers to leave me hit him in the nose. And Ori Clark is also going over to the office and getting his camera so I can jump on it. I mean, they're sorry. And the only one thing that bothers none of us is why is the guy so you can see through him. And then Biggie Wallenstein putting his scared the deer out of me.
Maybe the guy is a ghost, Rocco.
Well, you know what? I am out on the thing with Buzz the next afternoon. Who is there also but Biggie Wallenstein. He gives me a big hello. I give him one. And we're pals, see? And we're standing alongside each other, lining up his shop. He borrows a flash bulb from me, just to show we're brothers and things. Then he grins at me and he says, now don't holler, Rocco. And I say, why should I holler? There ain't anybody here but us chickens. And he laughs. And so we line up our shots so they won't be too much to liking. It's the sound of a coal shed where they found $34,000 in $20 bills. And I'm squinting with my bum eyes through the wire thing, and all of a sudden, 13 and 8! And I pretty near dropped my camera as I bust a standing high jump record. And listen, there wasn't anybody there at all. Nobody but me and Biggie.
I seen him, I tell you, Rocco. I just too seen him.
Yeah, crazy.
He was standing right there in front of us both.
Well, where'd he go then?
I don't know.
Listen, Bud, you wouldn't be pulling a gag on your pal, would you?
Me?
Yeah, you.
I seen him, Rocco.
Just because you think I pulled a gag on you a couple of times?
Oh, so it was a gag, huh?
Listen, you...
I knew you was pulling a
I'll
gag.
bust your neck
I'll
off.
smack you down.
Well, now I am back at the shop with another busted camera and a loose tooth someplace. Also, I got no picture, and I feel off.
Hey, Rocco. Telephone.
Shut up. Yeah? Huh? Get away from there. I ain't talking to you. Now, listen, Biggie. You what? You did. You have? You are? Holy. Yes. You know what? He's got a picture of that guy on his film. And you can see right through him.
Hey, Rocco.
Yeah, what do you want?
Come on.
Oh, Buzz. Hey, what's cooking?
Killer car did it again.
Huh?
The killer car. Oh, the street car. Ran off the tracks on the south side and killed the mailman. Come on, Tumble wants pictures.
Oh, all right. Here we go again.
Come on.
He wants pictures of it now for. The fun's all over.
Come on. He gave me taxi money.
Oh, well, in that case, if we ride, Nothing very much. Big car blocking the street, his nose up on the sidewalk. Didn't bother it a bit. I got me 4 or 5 shots to the art department, could paint up with dotted lines and X's and stuff. And Buzz, he got a lot of stuff from the people that seen it. Then pretty soon Biggie Wallenstein come up. Buzz is listening to the barber tell how he was giving some old guy a shampoo, and he heard bungle, 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 and the mailman comes sailing through the window scattering poster cards all over the shop. And I'm sitting on the curb drinking a bottle of ale and writing down names.
Got any good shots, Rocco?
Yeah, regular stuff.
Hey, that picture.
I don't want to talk about it.
Leave me show it to you.
No.
Yeah. Look. I made a print.
Listen, Biggie. What do you suppose this is?
I don't know, but it scares me.
Then Did you see anybody here?
No.
You think you and me is nuts?
You know what? I wouldn't take no bets on it, Rock.
What'd they say over the paper?
I told them it was a double exposure.
Wasn't, though.
You know it wasn't. Hey, you think we're haunted?
I wouldn't bet on that either.
Hey, look.
What? He's a lot cleaner in your picture.
I noticed it. Can't quite see his push, though. No, but there's something awful familiar about him.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Put it away, quick.
What's
that?
that?
Give me a close-up of the front of the car, will you, with the number and everything?
What for?
I want it.
Ah!
Trumbull wants it, too.
Oh, well.
Oh, hi, Biggie.
Hi, Bud. How's it?
All right. Hurry up, Rock. I want to get back.
You find out something I don't know, Bud?
I'll meet my girl.
Oh.
13 What? Hey, Biggie. Come quick. That guy again. He's under the front of the car. And he's dead. Come on, Bud.
What's wrong, Rocco?
I'm just going to the dark room.
It's Trumbull.
Oh. Yeah, Mr. Trumbull. Yes, sir. Well, Buzz is right there with you, ain't he? He can tell you. No, sir, I ain't developed it yet. No, I know. Well, no, sir, I sure thought there was somebody under that car when I was taking a picture. And when we went back... No, that's right. I couldn't see anybody either, but I'd have sworn it. Well, I don't know. Well, I'm going to cook the film right now. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll call you as soon as I get it developed. Yes, sir. Hey, anybody in the dark room? Give me Biggie Wallenstein. Biggie, this is Rocco. Listen. Well, wait. I got to pull myself together. Yes. You know that picture I took when I thought I'd seen that character under the car? Yes. Yeah, well, in the picture there is a guy under the car, and he's all smacked up. Oh, I'm not kidding. Yes. Sure. Oh, no, you couldn't see through him this time. Well, listen, Biggie, I'm scared of it. Have you got a shot in front of the car I could borrow? I gotta have it. I never missed a shot in my life. Yeah, I gotta. Send it over by Kid, will you? What? No, I can't shoot it from the tumble. No, I can't. I can't show it to Buzz either. What? Listen, Biggie, I burned it up. The film, I burned it up. Well, you can see the guy's face plain in this picture. Yeah. Yeah. It's Buzz.
Rocco. What are you doing down here in the lobby? Where's your camera?
Why, well, what for, Buzz?
Come on, you're going with me. We got a feature assignment, boy.
Well, I ain't got my camera.
Go get it. Hurry up. I'll wait for you. I've been looking all over the place for you.
Yeah, but why...
I'll tell you on the way. Go get the camera and a lot of film. Well, film too, Rocco. Hurry. Read it now.
I'll meet you down here?
Yeah, I'll be right here. I gotta make a phone call. Let me talk to Steve Trumbull, Alma. Hello, Mr. Trumbull. This is Buzz. I found Rocco, all right. Yeah. I want to thank you again. It's going to be a smooth story, I promise you. Now we're going right out to the car barns now. The killer car is waiting for us. Come on.
The title of tonight's Quiet Please story is 13 and 8. It is written and directed by Willis Cooper, and the man who spoke to you was Ernest Chappell.
And Murray Forbes played Big E. Buzz was played by Ed Raggy. And a variety of voices in the course of a half hour. Reporters, cops, thugs, office boys, etc. were by J. Pat O'Malley. Music for Quiet Please, as usual, is played by Albert Berman. Now a word from our writer-director, Willis Cooper.
You couldn't possibly have recognized yourself or anybody you ever knew living or dead in 13 and 8, because I invented them all myself. And any resemblance to anybody else is an amazing coincidence. Quiet Please next week is called How Beautiful Upon the Mountain.
And so, until next week at the same time, I am quietly yours, Ernest Chappell.
Quiet Please comes to you from New York. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.